Hello and welcome to Supes and Sabers. My name is Jordan. With me today is Chris. How are you today, Chris?
I'm doing pretty good. I mean, it's snowy. Let it snow and let's draft some super villain suits.
And we have Ron. How are you today, Ron?
Doing okay, man. As long as we can power through these technical issues I'm having. Not ideal for the first start to our new show and venture here. But you know, you got to kind of roll with the punches sometimes. So I'm excited to be here and have some fun.
And our special guest today is the co-host of the Guardians of the Galaxy podcast with our friends Tommy and MT. It's Whitney Van Laningham. How are you today, Whitney?
Hi, I'm good. I do think that the viewers at home should know about our new band. Before we hit the record button, we just want you guys to know that we came up with the band Slut for Homework, and you guys are going to be hearing albums out from us real soon.
It's copyrighted. Nobody else can take that now. It is said on this
Yeah,
podcast.
please
It
don't.
has been aired. It is ours. Okay.
We hope to have two albums out by the time Grammy considerations come out next year. So years open.
Yes. And then next
Yeah, so keep
year
in mind.
will be the Super Bowl halftime show. So I'm really looking
Eh,
forward to that.
I cannot wait to perform XX Extra Credit with Slut for Homework for the first time during the halftime show. Can't wait. It's gonna be great.
But today we are drafting DC villain suits. What that means is, I guess, different iteration. It's a little harder than the hero one. So we did a Marvel hero one before we did the new rebrand, and it was over on the Marvel podcast, but you can still listen to it on this podcast feed if you just scroll back a few months. But heroes constantly get new cool suits. I feel like villains don't a lot. So what's also on the table is like just like it was in that one, like suits from a movie or TV show. If you like that iteration of the suit better than like the comic iteration or whatever. Examples like we took the Raimi Spider-Man suit. There was Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit was available, stuff like that. That is available. For this, but it'll be DC Comics villains this time that we're going to be drafting. And Ron, if you wanted to share the draft order, I will move our boxes into the draft order.
I would love to. I kind of forgot for a second there, but it is going to be Chris number one, myself number two, Jordan, you're going to be at three, and Whitney is on the wraparound this time, which is a very good pick, by the way. I love getting that.
Oh hell yeah, let's go, baby. I'm down.
Okay, so we'll do. Were we saying five or
Five,
six?
five. Yeah, we don't want to
Five.
stress
Yeah,
ourselves out
it'll be
too much
tougher.
for this one.
Yeah, not as many popping in the brain for me like there was
Mm.
on the superhero Marvel draft. So it's a lot tougher. Okay, Chris, so you have the first pick, and we've had technical difficulties, which means you've had in a
mhm.
bonus 20 minutes to think
Yeah.
about this pick. So you better not let us down, and you better pick something very disappointing. So that way my pick is still there at three.
Okay.
Yeah. Same.
Okay. I'll work with that. So with the first pick, like here's the problem. There's a couple picks that I want to take here that I'm like, they just don't deserve a number one spot. Like, and I'm not sure they're going to come back to me later, but like, I'm going to just wait on them. I'm going to take the reverse Flash suit.
No.
Yeah. Here's the thing: the reverse Flash suit serves a purpose. He is the reverse. He is the antithesis. He is the thing that gets under Barry's skin. Reverse Flash is my favorite villain in comic books. I think he's the number one hater there is. I think he is the pettiest little jerk in DC Comics, and I think this suit in pretty much any iteration, it's about the same. Yellow, red. Uh, the inverse of the Flash's suit. The fact that it serves a purpose to the story, it's iconic, and look, I fell in love with the Flash watching the TV show. So if I'm pressed on a version, like it would be either that or the Flashpoint from Flashpoint comic. Just because I think it like really pops in that. But to be perfectly honest with you, it's all about the same. Like I feel like it's a very iconic suit. So yeah, I'm going Reverse Flash.
Hell yeah.
That makes me very happy. I thought you were going to snipe my pick there, and I'm not the biggest Flash guy, but it is a great pick. It's like you said, very classic. I mean, it is what it is. It's a Reverse Flash suit. Like if they were going to name the character Reverse Flash, that's how you do it. That's probably the suit they should wear.
It wasn't getting past Jordan, and I was like, it's not. I just knew he wasn't going to be there round 2. There's just no way.
So is there?
Yeah, this was my first. This would have been my first pick because I do think it is the most. Like you said, with it actually having a purpose of the suit and it being an inverse of a hero's suit, I think that works very well. Especially like even the lightning bolt is backwards, right? Like there's a lot of
the
really
vibrating
cool...
red eyes are the coolest thing, and I just like it. It's chills. It's just like he's just pure evil. Like he literally is nothing but evil. He's petty evilness. It's comic books personified. It's perfect. This is
Can I just
why
say that I don't want my eyes to ever vibrate, and that sounds
yeah.
horrifying? I'm
Yeah.
not interested in that. That sounds bad.
Well, I don't want to be the Reverse Flash. I don't want to be the
No.
petty hater, but
I know what you're saying.
yeah.
I'm just saying, for me personally, dude, if the Reverse Flash wants vibrating eyeballs, who am I? Who am I to say nay to that? But
Yeah.
I'm saying nay for myself,
Yeah.
Buckaroo, and you can bet your butt on
I
that.
think there should be a horror movie with him as the villain, because I like in a world where like say there isn't the Flash to stop him, or like the Flash is unavailable, what do you do?
I don't know. I can tell you that when I was like 15, the first time that I smoked weed out of it at a like a soda can, it felt like my eyes were vibrating. So that's probably the closest that I think I'll get to
it. Oh hell yeah! No, that is.
And that was legal then.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Totally. Yeah.
Okay, you're only like you were a legal age.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally. No. Okay. So we're here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure adults have stopped the lost art of smoking out of a.
We used to have to. You would smoke out of apples, cans, like yeah.
Apples was always the one that my friends did, and the apple would be disgusting. It was so gross. It was horrible. Actually, another one that we did once, this was the grossest thing that I've ever tasted in my existence. We had a bong and we didn't have any water.
No.
We only had a bottle of apple juice. So we smoked apple juice bong water, and it was fucking disgusting. Do not recommend. You think, hey, maybe that would work. No, it does not. It absolutely does not. Never put apple juice in your bong. It is not a good idea.
See, we're not just talking about suits today. We're teaching the young generation.
Yeah.
We're teaching the younger generation how to get away with horrible shit.
Take it from your elders. Okay. So I have the second pick here. And this one, going back and forth, and I think I gotta go iconic here. I'm taking Heath Ledger Joker. It is just like it came around at a time where so many of us, like in our generation, were like mid-teens, and maybe some people were kind of falling off of comic books and superheroes a little bit, and then this came around and just made it all like cool again. You know what I mean? It was all anybody dressed up as for Halloween. Still to this day, you get a million of them. Not quite as prevalent as it was back in the day, but by far my favorite Joker design ever. I was obsessed with it. I'd be lying if I said I didn't do the face paint a couple times when I was younger for Halloween and stuff. Just my favorite design of the character by far. So that's where I'm going.
I
it's Jordan's favorite.
Heath Ledger Joker for my senior ID photo because you were allowed to take a silly one when you were a high school senior, and the movie had just come out, and I was obsessed with it. I was so obsessed with The Dark Knight. I was like a toxic
Me too,
bro. I was so obsessed. I was absolutely obsessed. And so I took my picture as Heath Ledger Joker in and they did put a small version of it in the yearbook, but my dad used to carry it around in his wallet and show people and be like, "This is my beautiful daughter and her senior portrait."
That's amazing.
Ooh, hey, was your cedar quote, if you're good at something, you should never do it for free?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Jordan, I know you are furious that
This-
this got taken. I know this was number one on your board.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is not even close to my board, honestly. I
Started
can't
off the show, getting canceled.
I can't stand the look of Heath Ledger Joker. I just it's I've warmed up to it more, but like when The Dark Knight first came out, I didn't even see it right away, but I was like, this is not how I envisioned Joker. So would not be one of my picks, but I have gladly written it down as your pick.
I will also say I like him. It's way better when you get to the like the look where he's kind of all disheveled in the prison cell. It looks like the slow like degradation of the face paint over the course of the movie and everything, to where it's like half of it's off by the time it's all said and done. It's just so cool. I love it. Love it.
All right, I guess I have to lock in a pick here. This is tough. Okay. Well, that one's gone, so let me remove that from my list. I'm going to go with Captain Cold.
Really?
How about that? Just the regular
Ooh.
comic Captain
New 52
Cold.
Captain Cold, right?
No, the one with the
God.
cut off shirt. No, like regular Captain Cold here. Pulling that up.
It's iconic, dude. It's iconic. Especially back in the Wally West days in the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah, this is I just think he looks really really cool. This is part of the tough thing about it, because I feel like once you take a Joker and Reverse Flash, we're kind of getting to some of the tougher ones. I guess I could have picked a different Joker, but I didn't want to make it boring either. So I'm gonna go with Captain Cold here. I like the colors, blue and white. He's got the hood. He's got the glasses. Yeah, this is my, like, if we're going to do another Flash movie, I want to see him take on the Rogues, and I want to see Captain Cold, Captain Boomerang, the rest of the crew, in live action, just wearing, like, James Gunn would do this. I think it would just be this suit here that James Gunn would do, and I think that would look really cool.
That is fair. I could definitely see this being like a villain that James Gunn is dying to get his hands on. It's just, he's on my board, but he's super low, and I think that's probably more just my Flash ignorance, as it were.
We can't all be Flash haters, all right? We all can't be Flash haters.
Yeah. I mean, dude, it's Leonard Snart. It's iconic. It's,
To me, and I know we don't tip picks, but to me, it reminds me of like someone tried too hard to reinvent Mr. Freeze. And I know that obviously that's like, there's been those comparisons forever between the two and stuff, but I think it just chalks up to my Flash ignorance. So I'm not going to hate on the pick too much, but
the thing I love about the character in general, though, is how much he plays into the Captain Cold moniker. Like he's just all about it. Like, he is who he is. So, he's such a great foil to Flash. It's just perfect. I mean, he's the closest thing the Flash has to his main rival when Reverse Flash isn't in the picture. So,
that is fair, but we're not drafting the character. We're just drafting the look.
Right, we're drafting.
But the suit is the character. He plays it up. It's perfect, is what I'm trying to say.
And I do want to say,
he's got the boots with the fur.
Whole club was looking at her.
I do want to say, I just verified this because I thought this was the case, but Captain Cold was first by 2 years. Mr. Freeze came out 50. So Mr. Freeze looks like an over-designed Captain Cold.
Yeah.
All right?
I've been had.
Sure.
All right.
Okay. We will go over to Whitney's
With
pick.
2 in a row.
All right, gents. I've got one guy for you. That's right, Codpiece. Yeah, Codpiece. The only villain who can shoot stuff out of his dick.
I don't even know who this person is.
Yeah! He's got a dick
What?
cannon. He's got a dick that can punch. Yeah, he's got a dick that can shoot lasers. Yeah, Codpiece, baby, let's go. Dude, yeah, you can just kablam something with your wiener. I want that power.
That is awesome and hilarious.
Wow.
I did not know this person existed. Holy shit.
I wasn't worried that any of you guys were going to take him. I was just sitting here like, yeah, I was just taking my time, waiting for my turn. Didn't think anyone would steal this guy, but I did.
Oh
baby.
my goodness.
Codpiece represent. Codpiece Nation rise
Oh my
up.
gosh. I don't even know like what to say. I mean, it's like Kang the Conqueror. Like that's kind of what I see there.
Yeah, it's like Kang the
Kang the
Conqueror.
Wow.
So I've looked him up. So he is a Doom Patrol villain.
Okay.
Of course he is.
Introduced,
That's
it says,
perfect
in
enough.
1993. Doom Patrol Volume 2, number 70. I felt like with this type of name, it would have been pre-90s, but no, like this is. I guess they could get away with it in the 90s more than they could.
I feel like
era.
someone came up with him as a joke.
Time for dick jokes.
Yeah.
Time for dick jokes.
I feel like someone came up with him as a joke, and they're like, "That's a great idea."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Wait, really?
As it
You want me to make this comic? Sure."
This is a James Gunn villain. He would show up in Peacemaker season 3.
Oh,
If we
absolutely,
could.
he would. I'm ready for it. He better bring him.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
You should tweet at him or thread him and be like, "Are
Yes.
you
Definitely.
planning to bring Codpiece into this?"
That's crazy. Oh man.
I hope he's brought it.
Oh,
This is my
he
favorite
will
draft
be.
already. This is great.
Yeah, this is not going how I expected one bit.
Okay, well, I'm sorry that you weren't expecting me to pick a hero who could shoot lasers out of his dick. That sounds like a you problem, Ron. That sounds like you're not estimating me correctly. You're
I'm sorry
guess
we
underestimating
were
so.
not
there.
big enough fans, Ron, to know this character.
Golly. Okay. All right.
All right, Whitney, you get another one. You get
All
your,
right,
you get
now
another
it's
pick.
me again. And this time I'm gonna pick Harley Quinn, Suicide Squad 2, the red
Ooh.
dress, because she also
Ooh.
uses it as a weapon, and that is one of just like the coolest, sickest fight
Nice.
scenes in
Yeah,
live action DC history. It's so good.
it's really good. No, you got that one. That's
Yeah.
a first round pick right there.
Bro, she teams up with Codpiece. It's just tits and dicks all over the place. We're all winning, and everyone wins that way.
I had a feeling you were going to take a Harley. I was not expecting that one though, but it's cool because it also it pays homage to the animated version a little bit with the black and red and stuff. I dig it. That's a good pick.
She just keeps tearing off sections of it to fuck dudes up and strangle them. I just think it's such a cool way to not only be it's this super beautiful dress, but it's it's this bad bitch wearing it and she's gonna use the dress to fuck your shit up. And I love that.
Nice. Good shit.
No arguments here.
Hell yeah.
No, and
So
this
those are my first two picks.
comes from my favorite DC movie. So yeah, all good. It goes back to me now. So we were also talking about other Harley outfits from this movie. She's got a lot of good ones in the Suicide Squad. So
I'm partial to the jacket with the red and black jacket. It pays homage to her, traditional outfit, but it's awesome. And then you got those posters with her with a jacket and the bazooka, and you're just like, sign me up.
Sign me the fuck up for that, Army. Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I think I'm gonna do it just to get somebody on to get another. I don't know that. No, I don't know if I want to do that. Hold on. I think I could hold off on this person, so I think I'll go ahead and pick a character that may not be around as much. I think I'm gonna go with the Riddler. I'm gonna go with. I'm trying to think of like best, the best one I can think
Jim
off the top of my
Carrey,
head that's
animated
been done.
series.
No, like animated series or like Gotham. You know where
Okay.
he's rocking
So
the
you gotta have
bowler
the hat. Yeah.
and the suit, like something more like this.
Yeah,
From
it's
Edward
iconic.
Nigma. Not the as much as I love the Batman. That's my favorite live action Batman. I wish the Riddler looked a little bit more like this. So I'm gonna go with the Riddler, and I'm gonna go with. I guess I'm gonna put the Gotham version of Riddler, just because I think it looks the most classic.
It's awesome. I didn't have a Gotham villain suit on my bingo card here,
Me
but
either.
yeah, it's pretty good.
One thing
This
they
is
did
not going
well.
how I expected.
One thing they did well on Gotham is the villains and like their suits and like their look looked either updated or it looked what I would think is accurate. So I'm sure the comic version or the animated series looks close to this, but
Actually, this is like a
this
live
type of
action
look.
animated series, so it's pretty good.
Right, yeah. So this is the type of look I would want from my Riddler. So I'm going to take Riddler.
Interesting. Okay. All right, I'm going back and forth here, and which I say every single time I get on the board. But I'm wondering if I should play some defense or just take the pick that I want.
Defense.
Defense.
All right, I'm gonna go Deathstroke from Arkham Origins.
Oh, that is so good.
It's a very a very busy suit. There's a lot going on there, but I feel like it works perfectly for Slade. You got the white hair and which is obviously a staple of his character.
I would have gone the Titans version, but that is damn good.
Yeah.
Like this look?
Yes. Yeah. Well, he also has the the one right next to it. You can tell. I just went to click on it on my screen. But
this one or this?
Yes, that one right there. You can tell the mask
perfect.
It looks the most skeletal out of any of the Deathstroke masks that I've seen. Obviously, all of them are designed that way, but I think that one looks the coolest, and it's got that like kind of militaristic look to it. Like I said, there's a lot going on in this suit, but I feel like for a character like Deathstroke, like his suit should have a lot going on. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
One of the best boss fights of the game too. It was so good.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna think I'm coming for you, Ron, but I'm not a Deathstroke guy either. So
really,
yeah,
it's all right. We all know he's coming at me. That's inside joke there.
All right, Captain Cold, get out of here.
Yeah.
Look, we all can't just be going for the popular vote, all right? So
guess not. I'm just a pandering fool. That's me.
All right. So I've got two picks, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
all right.
Already.
The first pick here is going to be Talon from the Court of Owls. It's just badass looking. It's just intimidating.
I don't know this one.
Court of Owls is
This
awesome.
is why we have the
Google. Yeah. There's an animated movie. The comic is perfect. Yeah.
Oh, that
right there.
is sick.
Okay.
Damn.
So,
yeah, that rules. That whips ass.
If there's a Batman villain I'm afraid of, it's Talon. It's just Like, he bloodies Batman up. And, the Court of Owls is such a pivotal story for me. Like, I don't think you can tell the full scope of Batman now that it exists without it. And I love that comic. It's like Bruce is like, I know Gotham. Nobody knows Gotham more than me. And the Court of Owls are like, you sure about that? It's so perfect. And the eyes just like, especially in some of the pages that are like these dark pages, and like the eyes just pop
Yeah.
out like these yellow lights. It's horrifying. So I think this is like more badass than that badass Deathstroke suit. It's perfect.
You know what's
Um,
funny? I
I
don't think
I did it.
anyone's going to take it, but I have on my board just, I don't even know how I would describe it like as a villain, but just like the you can see it down there a little kind of on the bottom of the page, just the blank suit, like the suit and tie with the owl mask, I
Mhm.
think looks sick. Like all the
Yeah, that
The
is
Court
sort
of
of
cool.
Owls
owl
is
minions, you
intimidating.
know what I mean?
When you see all of them like just staring down at the procession, it's like it's very intimidating because they can be absolutely anybody under those
Mm-hmm.
masks. Yeah, I huge Court of Owls fan. Like it's something I revisit sometimes because it's so good. And then my second pick, um, Mr. Freeze, Arkham City specifically.
Okay.
That that is one of my favorite scenes of the Arkham trilogy. I love Mr. Freeze boss fight. I like actually the most disappointing thing about playing this. I think I've said this on the podcast before. The disappointing thing about playing Arkham like a bunch of times is it becomes
Mm-hmm.
routine. But like it was so hard to beat it the first couple
Oh yeah,
times, and like
him in
that once you
particular,
get,
dude.
you're like, this is
That
how I
fight
get
was
him.
so hard because you had to like, you couldn't just square up with him. You had to like you had to keep finding like different
Hmm.
ways to like hide and ambush him and stuff. Oh, it was so hard.
Yeah, and the thing about this suit is he's the one villain that if you get him dead on, you're done. Even if you're Batman, like you're
Mhm.
just done. You can't let him get you square up with you, or you've already lost. It's so intimidating. And also, as a guy who's like always like the cold and like is a winter person, is like, I've always had a thing for Mister Freeze. So, just like I'm like, yes, I as a kid I loved the Arnold Schwarzenegger version. Actually, he just like,
Oh
he's
yeah.
always been one of my favorites.
Phew.
Batman the Animated
Put the
Series had him
boogie
perfect.
down.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Take two of these and call me in the morning. All of our awful Arnold
uh,
impressions.
but
There we go.
yeah, but dude, this one is just the best. It's I feel like I feel like Arkham in general, the games are like the scary adult versions of the animated
Mm.
series. So
Yeah, that's a good
Makes
comparison.
sense.
I used to just always act like it was a continuation of the animated series. Paul Dini wrote the first two. You still have Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill. So, yeah, that
mhm.
was one thing that kind of got me back into Batman. Like, my Batman was always the animated series Batman. So, hearing that they were the voices in the game and stuff, it made me more willing to check out the game. That was one of the reasons why, like, I was like kind of down on any of the live action movies at that time because I just always wanted to see more of like the fantastical animated series Batman on the screen, and no one's really done that still to this day. So hopefully, Brave and the Bold can mark that off. But yeah, these games were part of the reason that I was like, oh man, I gotta like I was working at Disney in 2015 and on my college program, and I came back home and I was in between jobs, and it was right when Arkham Knight came out.
Mm.
So I spent like I got Arkham Knight and just sat there and played that while looking for jobs, for like 2 weeks straight, beating it and trying to get as far as I can into the, all of the side missions and all that stuff. So good time.
I mean, the Arkham games in general, the Arkham games and the Flash TV show. That's why I started reading comics. To be honest with you, like I had always liked comic book stuff, and then I was like, it just hit me at this time, and I was like, I gotta read comics. I need more of this. So yeah, I think there's a lot of people, roughly our age specifically, that got pulled into a whole world for the Arkham games.
For sure. All right, back to me.
All right, Ron, pick 3.
Back to me. And I think, all right, I'm gonna go Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman from Batman Returns. I love that suit so much.
Damn.
So good. All like the stitching on it and everything. Oh God, like the awakening that I had watching this as a kid. Let me tell you.
Yeah, we've all kind of been
but on top of it, it's just an awesome suit. Again, like later in the movie, you can kind of see the picture on there of like when half of it gets ripped and the hair's sticking out and everything. It just looks so sick, and it was like so like perfect for the era that it came out into, that like early 90s vibe. I feel like it captures it perfectly. Again, like I said, I love all of the kind of unneat stitching on it. Almost looks like cat claws a little bit. Love the suit. One of my favorite live action villain suits. So I'm glad to have it.
It's iconic. It's like it's something that everyone in the cultural zeitgeist still knows.
Yeah, I haven't seen Returns enough to really have the connection to this suit.
Best Christmas movie.
I don't know, man. You can kind of just look
Yeah,
at
for real.
you know what I'm saying? Like, she's just hot.
Jordan's like, I gotta see it another 4 times before I can make a decision.
Yeah, she's just fucking hot.
Between her and Nicole Kidman in Forever, it's just like these Batman movies. So wow. We grew up at the right time, gentlemen.
Sure did. I
can't
because I'm bisexual, so
Sure, yeah,
it works.
Yeah. I totally always include you. You're one of the gang here.
All right, Jordan.
All right.
Back to you.
Yeah, this is tough. I'm going through my list because I feel like my next 2 are so obscure that people will not pick them. They're not codpiece obscure, but they are obscure.
I'm gonna guess Condiment King and Kite Man.
No, those are 2 good options, though.
Kite Man's more mainstream now. Whole Harley Quinn animated series vibe.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with The Shade.
Ooh.
His look in Stargirl, the show in particular, is just like
pretty badass.
Perfect,
yeah.
But like that's how he looks in the comics too. But like very like I get very Christopher Lloyd, Roger Rabbit vibes here.
Yes,
with
absolutely.
Dark sunglasses that are circular and just like this whole suit with the top hat. Like, I watched Stargirl for the first time last year, and it is one of the best DC shows. It really took me by surprise on how good it is, and it tells. And what's different about it too is it kind of tells a distinct story in each season instead of like the rest of like the Arrowverse being like freak of the week type stuff. This is telling like a story about the town, and it has the JSA in it, which I love the JSA and all that stuff. But the Shade is one of those characters in this show who is just portrayed amazingly by the actor, but the look is just straight up like anytime he was on screen, I was really excited when he would have the glasses and top hat on because it looks legit. So I'll go with the Shade as my third pick.
Very cool. All right, so for my next pick, I'm gonna go with the Batman Who Laughs, because that guy is creepy. I'm sorry, but he has little spikes coming right out of his eyes, and he's got that real creepy smile, and
It's just never worked for me as like a Batman fan. For something about it just doesn't jive with me. But
I love
it is scary
I think
looking.
it's awesome.
his outfit kind of reminds me of Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, like the Jonan Vasquez comics or graphic novels, whatever. So he kind of reminds me of that a little bit, but I think that it's a combination of the mouth and the spikes that really get me with this guy. He's creepy as hell.
Ron, you know why you like this? It fits your aesthetic. You were saying about your D&D characters, very Michael Bay, as Chris would say.
Heck yeah.
Inside joke. So basically the joke is that everyone likes to break my stones because every time I create a new D&D character, they wear like all black and they're like moody and like a little creepy and stuff. So I sent that into our group chat the other day. Chris was like, "Yeah, it's got a Michael Bay vibe to it." Like,
what? And like, I don't know. Don't ever step out on a limb with this group.
I've looked at Michael Bay's filmography, and I don't see anything like
I could just, I was just saying, I was looking at his characters, and I could just see Linkin Park playing in the background. So it cuts the credit. I could just see it. I don't know. It was a spur of the moment, impulsive thing to say, I suppose. But I saw it.
Now, so the Batman Who Laughs, I haven't read this one. Is it like a standalone thing, or is it also part of the what was it, the metal event that they were doing as well, or is it?
Does anybody know? It's just a standalone.
Okay,
I could be wrong. Don't quote me. I think it is
Scott
though.
Snyder, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
No, I dig it. It was one of those picks that I didn't like. I thought I was going to be able to get that in the 5th round just because I knew it wasn't like a Jordan thing, and I had a feeling it wouldn't be a Chris thing either. You're the wild card, and you proved.
Unfortunately, it's a thing, baby.
Damn it. Great pick.
God damn it.
Yeah, it's not my favorite, but I will tell you, it is intimidating. Like, it's not a villain I would want to go against.
So is he like Batman and he becomes Joker or something? Like, do we know the story reason behind this guy?
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. He's just Joker Batman.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to read it sometime.
All right, you got another one here, Whit.
Yep, and then my next one is going to be Angel Breaker from Deathstroke Inc. because her tits are amazing and she has a really cool like feather situation going on. I love her costume. I love like the little like head jewel thing. She's got like a pair of like they almost look like pink sunglasses, but they're not. But she's pretty cool, pretty rad, pretty
hot. Is it this one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, George, you typed in Angel Broker there. I don't know if she's into stocks or anything, but
yeah, Angel Breaker, not broker.
Yeah.
She's not a stockbroker. What if though?
She just buys a bunch of shit coins in her 9 to 5, and then that gives her enough money to be able to.
Yeah.
She's Hawk too.
Yeah, she's Hawk too. That's why she has the feathers.
That is a cool design.
No, I've never seen. I
really love her character design.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it looks pretty.
That is pretty cool. Yeah.
Excellent.
Like just like the devil horns with like the sunglass visor. Oh, I would wear the shit out of that.
Hell yeah. Good shit.
Next music festival, that's what I'm putting on.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Hell yeah.
All right, George, back to you here.
Back to me again already. Okay. Okay. I think this next one I could probably wait again. So I'm like curious on if I should pick a more like simple one that is maybe has the possibility of getting picked. I think I'm gonna go. I guess I'll go Captain Boomerang. I'm gonna have both captains on my team here.
Double captain.
Double captain. Aye aye.
That's why they say it twice.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say, you
I
going
like the
comic, or
comic
are you
book-
going the one from the movie? I know they're similar, but
comic. Yeah, I need the hat. I need the little hat on his head for me
Oh, yeah.
to
Yeah,
consider him
it's
a
a
Captain
requirement.
Boomerang. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Captain. And they never did a good Captain Boomerang in the Arrowverse. I will say that, except for actually, there's the one in like
Flash season 9.
season 9. Yes,
Yep.
where he's on there. But for a while, they did one in the first season, but it was like in the Arrow part of the crossover for some reason.
Yeah.
And he looked nothing like a Captain Boomerang. His thing was boomerangs, but he was not the Captain Boomerang. So
That
I'm gonna have
annoyed
to
me
go with
too.
this. Let me see if I can find a picture of like the Flash season 9 Captain Boomerang, because I think it's close. I think they went out and said like, yeah, they did close,
They
but
wanted
not
to
as
fix it, yeah.
yeah. He's got the little hat here. He's got the boomerangs, but I'm gonna go with the comic version.
okay.
Yeah.
I think
Who knew I would be picking?
I think this is going to be the draft more than any we've done so far. Where like, except for Whitney's team is good, but like among the three of us,
Oh my
what?
god! No, I'm just starting to think of really good ones, and now I'm like, I'm 4 picks in.
4 picks in,
My
and now
5th
you just
pick is gonna
realize.
be lit.
Like, I don't know. It just like it feels like none of us like each other's team. Every time one of us makes a pick, it's like,
Yeah.
I'm just happy to be here. I like your teams, guys. I think you're great. I think
See,
you have
Whitney
all
likes
great
my
picks.
team.
I'm just happy with everybody's.
That's why we love having you on, Whit.
Well, you can see why I knew I had to take the reverse Flash number
Yeah.
1, because I was like, Jordan's going to take the.
Yep.
I was literally texting my brother, who was very unhelpful, and I was like, so, like, Jordan's going to take all the Flash villains, and Ron's going to take all the best Batman villains, that like specifically the ones I like. So I was like, any ideas? And he's like Jim Carrey, but as the Batman at the end of the movie. So.
Oh Lord.
So I was like, okay, that was helpful.
All right.
yeah.
Okay. I'm at a point here where it's like, do I just stay with the Batman of it, or do I kind of venture out a little bit?
Yes. Stay with the Batman.
Fuck. All right. No. Yeah, I'm gonna. I gotta go. Jason Todd, Red Hood, under the red hood, the brown jacket with the obviously the red mask and everything. I couldn't leave the draft without him, and I knew Jordan probably wouldn't take him, but Whitney sniped me once already, and I couldn't leave the draft. Couldn't leave the draft without Jason Todd. So I had to lock him up here. George, specifically the one with the brown jacket.
I will say this was on my list.
No, it's
yeah, this is definitely
cool.
on my list.
The other side of the pillow. It's like a little modern, but still, there's the one, Jordan. That's the one I'm looking for. Yeah, give me that big red symbol on the chest and everything. It's like the perfect mix of like superhero, but like also a little low key a little bit.
Somehow his rib cage has abs. That's great. Good for him. I don't know how. I don't know how that works, but
when your abs
awesome.
got abs, you know it's
I'm
a
proud
good
of him. That's how you know it's good too.
It's like 90s personified. Totally. We were talking about 90s personified. That's what that is. But yeah, this was definitely on my list, Ron. Good pick.
Couldn't leave the draft without him. Couldn't leave the draft without him. All right, Chris, back
All
to you for
right.
your last two. I was
I
going to say we're
know.
breezing through, but I can't believe we're
All
already at 45 minutes. Time flies when you're having
All right. So I'm gonna take a Flash villain of my own here. Now that I don't have one. I'm gonna take Savitar specifically from season 3 of The Flash. Um, because it is my favorite. Like I just love it. I think it's so cool. It's like it kind of looks like Transformers, but like he'd be the coolest one. It's like so
Very Michael
scary.
Bay.
This one
Very
very
Michael
much
Bay.
is. Oh God. And it's so good.
it. Ooh,
Like the blue and the
that
silver,
actually
like
is Michael
it's just
Bay.
very
That does
intimidating.
look like something Michael
Yeah,
Bay.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah. And like the way he gets in and out of the suit, like like the reveal. Oh my God, the reveal with the like, I am the future Flash, and it was just so he steps like he's like, I got the cooler suit, and it's just it was so cool. I love season 3 of the Flash, and like when like Barry phases through and like takes over the suit, and then it turns red. Oh, it's just so good. I could nerd out about this forever. It is the coolest thing. I wanted to take it with my number 1 pick, but I knew it was dumb. I love
Oh,
it.
smart.
I
No,
picked something really dumb from my number 1 pick, so I would have supported you. Just know that.
yeah. If I had known. But,
No, it worked out for you. You got him
uh,
here.
yeah,
That's really cool. I mean, I haven't watched the Flash, but that's a sick design.
yeah. And now I'm like, well, I spent all this time thinking, am I going to take Savitar? And now I'm like, crap, I have another one. Um, I'm going to take Joker Batman the Animated Series
Good pick.
because I think it's as classic as it gets. And I think it's different enough from the Heath Ledger Joker that it works. Like, it is, especially when he's got the top hat and he's laughing, like the purple suit. Especially like we were talking about, this and the Arkham games are like the same design. It's just when you think about Joker, I hear this voice and I see this like image. It's just absolutely like monumental. Like you can't
Those
beat it.
teeth. There's massive teeth.
So
And
what do you like
they're a
better?
yellowish
Yeah.
brown that my dentist would be very angry at.
Do you like this one better or like the redesign later?
Oh, I like this one better. The redesign
Yeah.
annoys me a little bit.
His
Um,
teeth are too clean in the
Yeah.
redesign. I need a Joker that if I made out with
Yellow
him, he would
teeth,
taste
yeah.
like cigarette butts and Hot Pockets. And that's what that guy looks like.
See that?
What do you think his favorite Hot Pocket would be?
oh, Mr. J.
Oof, oof. A Hot Pocket filled with cigarette butts, obviously.
you know,
Um,
I gotta say, Hot Pockets are not what they used to be. There's like no flavor varieties in the stores anymore. It's like pizza, the other kind of pizza, the other kind of pizza, and like there's a cheesesteak one.
I
To be
guess
fair, the pizza ones are the only ones
I
I
guess
get
that's
anymore,
why his
so
teeth got better looking. He stopped eating so many Hot Pockets.
he stopped eating
yeah.
the Hot Pockets because
The-
they ran out of variety.
yeah, the
And
variety.
they did. They did. They ran out of variety.
All right, so that's Chris's
Yeah,
team.
that's a great pick. I can't believe that pick lasted all the way to the end.
Really
Yeah, that's a great way to round out your team. All right.
Yeah, he was on my list as one of my first options, but I just didn't want to take him directly after Heath and then
Mhm.
just kind of let him go.
I was waiting for him not to be reactive after the Ledger thing.
When
Yeah, I
you
didn't want there
love when you love something, you just gotta let him go sometimes. So I let him go.
to.
All right. My last pick here. There's another classic Batman the Animated Series one that I kind of want to go with, but I guess just to have a little bit of brand diversity on my board, I'll pass on it here. I'm gonna go Black Adam, Prime Earth. So like 2011 on. Like, give me the classic suit, obviously, with the white cape. I love the look. It's so sick. I'm sorry, the black.
Are you sure you don't mean to say Black Adam, Dwayne The Rock Johnson? Are you sure you don't?
The hierarchy of my team will be forever changed.
The hierarchy of your team has been forever changed.
But it is so sick. I love the black and gold cape. I said the white cape. I meant to say the black and gold because I prefer it over the white. I feel like it just meshes way more in his suit. And yeah, it looks kind of sick. It has like a little bit of like Power Rangers vibes to it. I'm just a big fan. So don't all jump at once, guys.
No, it's great.
No,
I love that
it's
it's sick. Regal as fuck.
it's not my favorite, but at the same time, like it is iconic. Like it is damn good. I actually like the Black Adam movie more than most people, but
Yeah.
yeah, not that it was great, but
It's a fun drinking game. I exclusively make drinking games to Dwayne The Rock Johnson films. And yeah, that's right. I said it. I said films. And I I have an entire like notepad on my phone that's just drinking game rules for DTRJ movies. But the rule that's on every single list, the rule on every list is drink every time Dwayne rocks the Johnson. And I never need to explain that to anyone. Everyone knows what the fuck I mean. When you watch a DTRJ movie, there is a moment in every movie where you go, God damn it, Dwayne is just rocking the Johnson there. And then you gotta take
Like
a
the stern look, like kind of clenches the jaw a little
the
bit.
The eyebrow
Yeah.
raise.
It's like there's a stern look. His muscles are like straining, even though he's not doing anything. He's standing perfectly still, muscles straining, very intense. Like you know what I mean? It's when Dwayne rocks the Johnson.
What movie of his is like the best one for the drinking games?
Hands down,
Oh,
Baywatch.
that's good.
Okay.
Baywatch is the best DTRJ drinking game that I have. Closely seconded by San Andreas, the disaster movie. Surprisingly great drinking game, especially because in that movie, one of the rules is anytime Alessandro Daddario's tits look banging, and you get real.
so
fucked
it's
up
just every
for 'em.
time.
It's just all of it. Yeah, just most
the
of the
whole
movie.
movie. Yeah.
You got to throw the Fast movies in there
Alright,
too,
I
of course. There's some pretty classic DTRJ
Oh, you
in there.
have to. Daddy's got to go to work when he just breaks out of his cast. What the fuck? Like, that's the example of him rocking the Johnson in that movie. That's exactly what that is.
All right, Jordan, last one here. Your last.
I think this is going to be the biggest steal of the draft, and this is the one that I was just kind of kicking myself on. I got to go with Lex Luthor's power
Okay.
suit.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
I was thinking of jokingly being like, I picked Lex Luthor, just his baldness.
Yeah,
Just
like
his bald
the
head.
bald cap. I gotta have that. You know, just
Yeah,
there hasn't
it's
been a really
iconic.
good.
Purple and
There hasn't
green.
been a great live action
That's
one,
cool.
but so it's going to be the comic one or the
There's
animated
about to be.
series one. But yeah, it's this. It's the purple and green. It's the power suit for Lex to go up against Superman. I think this one and then another character I just kicked myself for that would have been a pick of mine as well. But yeah, this is what I'm going with, and hopefully my Superman fans that follow us will be voting for me now.
Now
on the poll.
going for the popular vote, fucker.
Me, it was me all along. Okay.
Hey, you got Lorenzo's vote, probably. Our boy Lorenzo, you got his vote.
I did consider this.
That's my
did consider this one, but it just I didn't want to.
It's a good suit. I like it a lot.
Good suit. I like it.
And it makes sense. Like it's story specific too. Like there's a reason that he has it. Like he needs it to compete with Superman. And if you've ever read Superman, Batman, like Public Enemies, that's a really good Lex Luthor like being a mischievous little asshole story. So
Okay.
Just
totally
a
about it.
sneaky bald boy.
Yes. All right, Whit, take us home here.
Okay. For my last pick, I am going with Harvey Dent Two-Face from The Dark Knight because that is absolutely, in my opinion, the best character design of that character. It is so fucking scary. Just the fact that you can see like all of the sinew and his teeth, like when he's talking, and like the reveal of that when he's in the hospital room and Gordon comes in and he's like, "What did you used to call me? Say it, say it." And he goes, "Harvey Two-Face." And then
Yeah.
it's just like,
Jump
and it's
ship.
like, it's so, oh my God, it's so good. So I definitely, I think that this is the coolest Harvey Dent has ever looked.
That's a dope pick.
As a Harvey Dent fan, I'm very
Yeah.
appreciative of you right now. He's my
Yeah.
favorite Batman villain, not named Joker.
Yeah, I was surprised you didn't take one. It also cracks me up when he takes a sip of the water and it like comes out of the side of
Yeah.
Yes. And he's
So
just like,
I was afraid.
he's gonna wipe his little face.
I was afraid that Two-Face wasn't going to count and I get vetoed because it's more of like a face
No.
thing. Like it, like
If
No.
he
you
has the
picked it, we would
suits,
have
but
vetoed it.
Counts?
But since Whitney
yeah,
picked it, we didn't.
yeah, okay, that makes sense. That's a good rule. That's literally how things should work. So I'm fine with that.
No, if like naked Clayface was on the table here, I think Two-Face was definitely on.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Naked Clayface
He
was on
was.
the table?
Yeah.
Ah, shoot.
He was too busy with Whitney's first pick.
Yeah, we were way too busy with the codpiece.
Also now forever known as Kang the Conqueror.
Yes, Kang the Conqueror for sure.
All right, that about wraps us up, George. You got them all written down there, right?
Yeah, let me read these out here. Okay, so Chris's team, and then we'll go through some
Honorable mention.
What the honorable mentions. Thank you. I lost it. Okay, so we have Chris's team: Reverse Flash, Talon from the Court of Owls, Mr. Freeze from Arkham City, Savitar from Flash Season 3, and the Joker from Batman the Animated
It's a good
Series.
team.
Over on Ron's team, we have Heath Ledger Joker, Deathstroke Arkham Origins, Catwoman Michelle Pfeiffer, Jason Todd under the red hood with the brown jacket, and Black Adam Prime.
I think that probably sunk me. That sunk me.
Good.
That last one.
Yeah. If you had taken
kinda
Lex
did.
Power Suit there, I think your team would have won. It probably would still win, I think. But my team, Captain Cold Comics, the Riddler from Gotham, the Shade from Stargirl, Captain Boomerang comic suit, and Lex Luthor Power Suit from the comics. Whitney had Codpiece, our favorite pick of the night, Harley Quinn Red Dress from the Suicide Squad, the Batman Who Laughs, Angel Breaker, not Broker,
Not broker. Doesn't sell
Deathstroke
real
Inc.
estate. Doesn't sell stocks.
and Harvey Dent from The Dark Knight. Here's the other one I was kicking myself that I would have taken over Captain Boomerang now is Bizarro.
Oh yeah.
With the backwards S and like his more like
Mhm.
purplish shade blue shirt instead, and I would have probably went with somebody like with that instead of Captain Boomerang. But dang it. But he's an honorable mention. Anybody else have honorable mentions?
Yeah, I've got. Oh no, go ahead.
Yes. Oh, okay. Sorry. So my honorable mention is in honor of our band, Slept for Homework, and I'm gonna go Calculator Man, baby. Just because he is the
Yeah.
biggest fan of Slept for Homework that we will ever know. He comes to all of our events. He wears all of our merch. We had to start designing special merch just so that his calculator could still peek through our Slept for Homework shirts. So that's why he's on my list.
Amazing. Yeah, I got a ton here actually. I'll just go down the list. Okay, I won't read all of them. I'll just kind of go. I can't believe that Harley's animated suit didn't get taken. That was kind of what I was going back and forth
Yeah.
for my last one when I blew the draft by taking Black Adam. Black Manta. Black Manta looks sick.
Yes, he has a great
Yeah.
suit.
The best of the DCEU.
Yeah, and he's one that's always been consistent. It feels like in every medium, and it always just kicks ass. I love that. Black Mask.
Yeah.
Black Mask with the white suit.
Yeah,
I think that looks sick. Phantasm from Mask of the Phantasm.
Oh yeah.
What else do I got? Scarecrow from Arkham Knight, with like the syringe fingers and everything. Creepy as hell. Looks sick. Hush. I really like Hush with all the bandages around his face and stuff.
Almost
Surprised
took
Chris
him.
didn't take him. Yeah.
Almost took him.
And just another favorite of mine from the childhood, Poison Ivy from Batman and Robin. Uma Thurman, man.
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
God.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
man.
Yes.
So good.
Watching that movie on VHS, just rewinding. Oh yeah.
Chris is gonna go fire that thing up tonight.
I don't know about that. It's a hard movie to get through, if we're being honest. But,
How about another one I have is Godspeed. He kind of looks like a white Flash,
that was
like
an
all
honorable
white
mention
with
of mine.
gold is pretty cool look.
Mhm.
There was another one I was just thinking of. Oh, if we were gonna count people like Peacemaker, if we're counting Harley, I would have taken Peacemaker's suit, which is I would probably take the one from Peacemaker or the live action stuff because I think it looks just very well represented on the.
Can I
from
pick
the picture.
Eagly then? Can
Eagly.
Eagly be on my list?
He's not a villain. Eagly.
He's a good boy. You're right. He's a
Yeah.
good boy.
He hugs
Eagly-
people. He's not.
Yeah,
He
Eagly
does.
makes
He
me
gives
believe
it-
in life.
I don't even think we could take him in the heroes draft. He's like a step above hero. He's like just in a class in his own.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
God.
exactly.
Yeah,
He
if
is.
we were
Absolutely.
drafting gods.
I did run into that before we move off Peacemaker. I actually ran into that exact same
Yeah.
thing with Vigilante from that show because I wanted to take his suit, but I was like,
Yes.
it's a little too in the middle.
It is pretty good.
Polka Dot Man, right? Like the
Mhm.
I like his suit, and also it's kind of just again straight from the comics. But
Dude, David Dastmalchian's Polka Dot Man was
So good.
great. That was a great fucking costume.
David Duck,
He looked so stupid.
same actor, Abracadabra.
yeah, because he's in every piece of DC media.
DC,
Because
yep.
he's in the
Mhm.
he's
He
in the
really
Dark
is.
Knight, right? Or the Dark Knight
Mhm.
Rises, right? One of those.
He's in the Dark Knight, yeah. Because
He's
he's one of
in-
the. He's a schizophrenic. What do you expect to learn from him? I
Right.
have that whole
Yeah.
movie memorized, by the way.
Wow.
It was my favorite movie in like 2008.
He's in the Flash as Abracadabra in the show, and then he's in Gotham, I believe, too, the TV
Yeah.
show, and he was also in yes, the Suicide Squad as Polka Dot Man, and then he's also in the Ant-Man films. So I mean, he's just everywhere.
He gets around. Yeah.
But yeah. But yeah, I guess that's most. And then I guess you could do any other Catwoman variant if you wanted to.
Yeah,
you know.
Zoe Kravitz Catwoman was also supremely
Mhm.
hot. Like, but I would go Zoe Kravitz Catman when she's wearing the white tank top because Catwoman. Did I say Catman?
Catman, yeah.
Catman. Catman.
Oh my goodness.
Chris, did you have any honorable mentions?
Well,
Yeah, I had Prometheus from Arrow. Was pretty badass. I thought about taking Zoom, but I was like, I can't take Zoom and Savitar for the Flash
Yeah.
TV show. Like it was just overkill.
I almost did New 52 Reverse Flash because it looks different, but I decided to diversify.
Yeah. Well, the New 52 technically has two Reverse Flashes because before they get to
Yeah, I would take
Dawn-
Daniel just to switch it up because
which is a cool concept. Yeah, that was a cool suit. Let's see. I feel like we've said most of
Yeah, no,
most
if
of
you,
them.
yeah, you don't have to think about it. Just I didn't know if you had any on your list that you hadn't got off.
Firefly is really cool.
I didn't know where we stood on people like Ultra Humanite or Grodd, so I didn't take them. But
Grodd is awesome, but like it's not really a suit.
yeah.
And Cheetah would be that conversation too. So
I would also like to add for honorable mention Oswalda Cobblepot from the
Cape
Batman Cape
Crusader.
Crusader show,
Hell yeah.
because that gender bent version of the Penguin is so fucking cool. Like like it's just like a regular ass suit that she
And
wears.
she's like
She rocks it.
horrifying. She's
She
like
did.
horrifying.
She looked
Like she
actually fucking
dude,
scary.
the creepiest scene in all of like Batman content is the suitcases under the iceberg lounge. Just in the
Yeah.
water. And like
Oh
the
yeah.
people falling out of the suitcases. Dude, like she killed her own kid, and then she realized she killed the wrong kid. And then
Yup.
she's like, let's kill that kid. She's like, I'll be childless. I don't care.
I don't give a fuck. No, that was like the craziest
Yeah.
shit ever
Oh,
because
I'm
I was like,
so with
you're
you.
a mom and you are so much more into villainy that your natural like instincts as a mother don't exist anymore.
I
Like
would
that's
have liked
fucking terrifying.
Yeah, I would have liked to see a better name than Elswalda. Just like put an
I
A at the
know.
end of. It's like what
Yeah,
I did.
exactly.
It's like what I did in Spanish too. I asked my teacher, no lie, I said, "How many words do I need to memorize to pass?" And she's like 10. So I memorized 10, and I knew I had 10. So then I just added ah and o to every word.
Well, I think
It worked.
I think that's probably a good note to say hasta luego to everybody.
Yeah,
I'll
and
be
maybe
back.
don't follow that advice.
No.
When
Be a
we were
slut for homework. Do your
yeah,
Spanish
do
homework.
your
Yes.
homework.
Yeah.
Come on.
Get all your homework done tonight.
You
All
know,
right.
when I'm a teacher, my students are going to see this and be like, "So you encourage not doing a good job."
If if your students see this, they're going to have a lot more questions than the last 3 minutes of this show. I can assure you.
If your students see this, they're gonna be like, "Who is Codpiece? Please
Exactly.
explain in detail."
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
How
Mister
many
S, can
things
you
can he
draw a
shoot out of his
codpiece on
dick?
the board?
Yeah, you'll be
Oh
in some
man.
trouble if they see this. Okay, we'll wrap it up here. You can follow all of our socials at Supes and Sabers. Whitney, if you want to share where anybody can follow you.
Yeah, you can find me on pretty much all social media at Whitney Puppy, and then on YouTube, go ahead and follow Guardians of the Galaxy podcast because it's really fun and you'll like it. It's great.
All right, well, that wraps us up here. Thank you all for watching and listening along with us, and we will catch you next time.